This is the SolarPlay Portable Power Station 2500 watts. And if you're looking at backup power options or something seriously robust for camping or outdoor projects, this is one that's definitely worth a closer look. I know the feeling of searching for a portable power station and worrying if it'll handle actual household appliances or power tools, or if it'll just be good for charging your phone. From my experience, the SolarPlay really stands out when it comes to heavy-duty use. Let's talk about what you're getting, starting with the way it looks and feels. The SolarPlay has a modern, no-nonsense vibe to it, and it's definitely got that serious tool energy. It's not super compact or feather light, but it doesn't feel overly bulky either. Sort of what you'd expect for something offering this much juice. It weighs just over 47 pounds, so you're not going to want to hike up a mountain with it, but for tailgating, camping near your car, or as backup at home, it's absolutely manageable. The built-in handles on the top are sturdy and actually pretty comfortable in the hand, which helps with moving it around. The main color is a bright, energetic orange, which I find really useful because it stands out. If you're reaching for it during a power outage or hunting it for it in your garage or the back of your car, you're not going to lose it in a pile of black gear. On the front, there's a large LCD display that gives you all the info you need at a glance, showing battery life, how much power you've got coming in and going out, and which ports are active. If you're new to portable power stations, these displays make things super easy to understand, and I love not having to guess how much longer I have left. There's a built-in LED lamp on the front too, with an SOS mode and also a hazard warning setting, and I find that detail especially helpful for emergency situations or just trying to set up your tent in the dark. My first impression when I unboxed it, it feels sturdy, like it's ready for serious work. The sides have good ventilation grills to keep the battery cool, and that's something I pay attention to. Overheating is actually a real thing with a lot of power banks, and you don't want to risk that if you're plugging in high-draw tools or appliances. The control panel is user-friendly and everything's clearly labeled. There's no guessing which port does what. Now, getting into my experience using it, the core feature here is obviously the 2500 watts continuous power output with a peak capability of 4800 watts and a large internal battery of 2304 watt-hours. In regular words, that means you can run pretty much any regular household appliance on this. Microwaves, coffee makers, even small refrigerators. I personally use it on my job sites and for camping trips, and it has never left me worried about running out of power. For home backup, it keeps lights on, charges phones, and even runs my router so internet stays up during power outages. One of the things I appreciate is how fast this thing charges back up. If you've got access to mains power and a solar panel, you can fully recharge it in about an hour and a half if you use both together, which is wild. Even just on wall power, it's really quick for a battery of this size. And you have other options, like using your car's outlet if there's no grid or solar available. The main charger comes in the box, as do the adapters for solar panels, and getting everything set up was smoother than I expected. I did spend a bit of extra time looking up guides online when plugging in solar panels the first time, but after that, it was a breeze. For me, it's perfect for someone who needs reliable backup power, but also for outdoor work and travel. On construction sites, I've used it to power angle grinders, sanders, and circular saws. No hiccups, no lag, and it didn't feel like the battery drained instantly the way weaker power stations sometimes do. I also noticed that it stays pretty quiet. It doesn't kick on any loud fan or inverter noise, even when drawing heavy loads, which I like, especially for nighttime use at camp. I'm also impressed with the number and variety of ports. You get 4 AC outlets, so you're not fighting over who gets to charge their laptop or phone, and the DC outputs are perfect for things like 12-volt coolers or LED lighting strips. There's both USB-A and USB-C, and one of the USB-C ports even does up to 100 watts, which is perfect for my laptop. That sort of flexibility makes it the only battery I need to bring for a family trip, or even if I'm working remotely somewhere with spotty power. The batteries inside are LiFePO 4, which, if you're new to this, are a type of lithium battery with a much longer lifespan and safer chemistry. The company rates them for over 3,500 charge cycles, and for me, that means I don't have to worry about it dying after a couple of years of regular use. There's also something called a battery management system, or BMS, built in. It's basically a smart circuit that keeps an eye on temperature, voltage, and current to keep everything safe. One really standout feature, it has a UPS function, uninterrupted power supply. That means if you have something plugged in, like your internet modem, and the grid goes down, it kicks in automatically with almost zero delay, so you don't lose power at all. That's a huge peace of mind, especially if you're running anything sensitive or important. For all the positives, there are a couple things to keep in mind. The weight is real. You're not going to want to move it up and down stairs every day, and if you're picking it up out of your trunk, it's a two-hand job. If you haven't used this type of power station before, the first setup with the solar panels can take a few minutes of figuring out, but once you understand the connectors and the ports, it's pretty straightforward. I wouldn't call it a lightweight backup for hiking or something you'd take in a backpack, but for home, RV, tailgates, or van life, it's perfect and totally makes sense. One thing that stands out for me is how the SolarPlay doesn't overcomplicate things. Everything's labeled, there's nothing hidden in the menus, and you have physical buttons for what you need, including the input power adjustment so you can choose how hard your wall plug needs to work when charging up. I actually like dialing it down to lower wattages sometimes to maximize battery health, especially if I'm not in a rush. For new users, this is a simple detail that makes a big difference. From my experience, the best part is knowing I can count on it in emergencies, but also that it's got the capacity to run my construction tools or keep my devices charged without worrying about juggling adapters or sitting around for hours waiting to recharge. I've even used the built-in lamp, just a little LED, but way brighter than most, and the hazard and SOS functions, which actually came in handy when camping. I'd recommend this for anyone who needs a solid, reliable, portable power solution. Whether you're looking at emergency home backup, road trips, camping, off-grid adventures, or if you're just like me and want to keep your tools running when you're working outside. It's built tough, easy to use, charges fast, and has enough ports to make everyone happy. In conclusion, the SolarPlay Portable Power Station 2500W is honestly one of the most practical, well-thought-out portable power stations I've used. For anyone who wants security during outages or just wants to explore the outdoors without leaving the necessities behind, it delivers exactly what it promises. You do have to plan for the weight if you'll be carrying it a lot, and maybe expect to read the manual or watch a few setup videos at the start, but after that, it's smooth sailing. The 5-year warranty is definitely reassuring, and customer service seems responsive based on my questions. You can find detailed information about the SolarPlay Portable Power Station 2500W in the comment section. See you in the next video.